Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, September 19th, 2024 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I move forward in my holiness, body, mind, spirit, soul, and heart. Now that we are out of the bubble of the eclipse, moving forward, we have some interesting astro going on in this eclipse corridor. It's always interesting, right? So we're preparing to finish up Virgo. How bonkers is that? I feel like we just entered Virgo season, but here we are finishing up Virgo. We have the sun moving into Libra early on Sunday, but before it moves into Libra, 3 outer planets are imparting wisdom. So today we have the sun and Uranus. On Friday we have the sun and Neptune. And then on Saturday, we have the sun and Pluto, all in connection. And this is interesting because these outer planets are all going to be finishing up in their signs. So in their respective signs. Next year, both Uranus and Neptune will be moving in and out of, again, their respective signs, and we know we're finishing up this Pluto transit with Pluto in Capricorn. So it's interesting because to me, Virgo is the sign where we become embodied. Virgo is where we're like, oh, okay, I'm here in a body and like this body has all these multiple parts and we're gonna work together. So it feels like these planets are imparting like this wisdom within our embodied selves, embodied human selves, embodied human divine selves, there we go, before they, skip out. So today is Sun and Uranus. And while Uranus can be a challenging planet, while Uranus can be triggery, it, like all the other planets, is here for our good. And it is asking us to evolve. It is asking us for our personal inner revolutions. And with Uranus in the sign of Taurus, these are evolutions and revolutions towards knowing our beautiful divine worth in our physical bodies. That is number one. Why is that a hard thing? Why is it a hard thing to know how worthy and beautiful and wonderful we are? And yet so many of us struggle with that, right? So Uranus is like, hey, we're gonna bring that stuff up that makes you not feel so happy being in a body, right? Uranus also wants us to evolve towards leaning into what we value instead of putting so much value into things that are not as important. So watch for that and watch for, shifting values in and through this. Like, what do you truly value? Like, there's things that we can say like, oh, I really like to watch that football game or that reality show. And maybe what we value in there is the entertainment. I value the entertainment. I value laughing. I value getting to know or understand people through reality shows. That's mine, right? Okay, so maybe there is that. But when it comes down to it, like, the value is in the joy, the pleasure, the laughter, etc. Not so much like the game, for instance, or the show. And so just even moving forward with awareness of that, I think, is important as Uranus prepares to finish up in the sign of Taurus. Now, we'll dig into this deeper, but our embodied selves, who we are, body, mind, spirit, soul, and heart, is getting a little bit of this. So awareness of that is important right now, right? It's just imparting that knowledge, imparting this download. I think Uranus is also helping us upgrade our nervous systems. I think we're going to need that before Uranus moves into the sign of Gemini, which is going to be crazy, crazy with the mental electrical energies. And so Uranus is like, remember the importance of being grounded, and putting that into your routine, putting that into your, carousel of regular conscientiousness. So the Sun-Uranus connection is doing a lot. Now, it happens early in the morning, but again, Uranus is going to be with us through the day, helping us move through these energies. And hopefully you'll notice where there are shifts being called for. I love that this is happening right after an eclipse. Eclipses bring shift. And so here's Uranus being like, here, I'll help. I got you. Let's do this thing. I do want to mention too that Uranus in Taurus is meant to help us evolve what enjoyment and pleasure is for ourselves, and the importance of that in and as well as tripping over words. All I can think of is right now is the importance of being earnest, which is so funny. A movie that I watched when I was like a child. The original version. Anyway, so the importance of rest and doing less and not overdoing. So keep that all in mind as the Sun and the Uranus connect today. We'll dig into the other ones later. Moon in Aries is also bringing some healing energy as it connects to Chiron today. It's connecting actually to Jupiter at 11:11 a.m. Pacific time. And that's a lovely connection. It's connecting to Uranus and it's connecting to Venus. And so in and through this, the I am energy is working through some of these healing layers as well in and through this evolution. I love the connection with Jupiter, especially being that it's at 11:11. This feels like a little magic moment for our mind. I really wanted there to be a little ding. I don't need like these big effects on here that keep happening. Like, I just want the sound effects, but I guess, the cats are in charge of that. They're sleeping. So the sound effect cats are not working presently. But that Moon Jupiter connection, that's what I'm feeling like with that, is a new thought, a little light bulb over your head, a little ding that helps you expand and shift and just bring you better thoughts along this journey and along this evolution. The connection to Chiron, maybe again, I said Uranus might bring up some of the triggers. That connection might bring and show you some of the places where your own wounding around who you are have not allowed you to show this beautiful and important part of yourself. So there's that. And then we have the Moon and Venus in the later part of the day. It looks like 8:14 p.m. Working in a little bit of a opposition. And so with the Moon in Aries and Venus in Libra, there is the me and there is the we. And to me in this opposition, it's like, hey, are you understanding the balance in the me and the we? Are you taking care of the me and not just the other? Because a lot of times that Venus looks out for everybody else, but forgets here. And it leads to imbalance and chaos. So beautiful connections today, helpful connections today. It doesn't mean that it won't be challenging anytime we have Uranus, but very supportive energies. I do want to mention we are building into the Sun opposite Neptune, and that may bring some of that eclipse magic. There was definitely some magic in the air with the eclipse, and Neptune definitely wants to impart our embodied selves with some of that magic. So let's look at the cards. Let's start here. I love this card from Divine Abundance, Invite Help. Ooh. And it says, invite the divine to pursue you. Seriously, just say, I'm finally ready, God. Pursue me. So there we go. Pursue me. Help me in this beautiful evolution, recognizing more and more of who I am, who we are. And I love the cards for today. We are flowering, blooming into ourselves. Fortunately, this card is in reverse. What I feel like with this card in reverse today, it's so funny. I got a distinct image of the roots. So while the blooming process is usually, the beauty that you get to see unfolding, we're working on some of these more root layers, and the roots are so important to any given plant. So while you might not be seeing the beauty of the flowering yet within yourself, trust this root work that you are doing. And it involves transformation of your ideals, transformation of how you are being and doing, transformation of the values that you are leaning into. And these last 3 cards, I'm going to show you all together because they've all got flying going on, right? So we've got possibilities, we've got trust, and we've got understanding. Possibilities is just keeping your eyes and mind open. And I love that with the moon and Jupiter connecting. I feel like the universe is so available in making signs present for us. So pay attention to the signs that are showing up, that are proving that you can trust how the universe is guiding you through this. And the last card is hold a little understanding for the process. Hold a little patience for the process, even though this isn't the patience card, but just a little understanding. I also feel like this is a card of releasing old thoughts, energies that have kept you held back, that have kept you from flying. And I love that fly, the letters FLY is first love yourself. And that's keeps popping into my head as I look at these. And it came up in a reading, or not a reading, a post that I did. I think it was like last Sunday's post that I wrote. First love yourself. So keep that in mind in and through these energies today. So with that, I'll leave that there for today. You can book a reading with me. Email me, mimiclark@gmail.com. And the better it gets, the better it gets. There's more than enough love in the world for you. You have the power, and remember who you are, for you are the solution. Namaste.